Hello everyone and welcome to another video on the channel. Today obviously we're out fishing, so join me on this session. Hopefully we catch, I'm only here for a few hours, so may or may not, but hopefully we can catch a fish. With this being a short session then, I've just got my sawn-offs, my Recon rucksack and my Scope Ops mat and a bucket of bait. So I've seen behind me here in the margins a little bit of sheeting up, a bit of movement, so hopefully the fish are down this end. There is another guy up in the corner, he's on zigs. So yeah, we were there the other day, we saw the fish there but they just weren't interested, so I've come down this end of the lake. The wind's coming into this bank, it's a warm wind as well, so I'm hoping that that's pushed them down here. Hopefully we can grab a bite. Okay, so that's the rods out then. We've got both sawn-offs on, we've got a couple of choddies out onto the right hand side of this peg near the margin. There is some snags and some posts in the water down there, so I'm fishing quite tight, almost locked up now. So I've got to be on the rod if it goes. I've already had a bleep on the left rod and that's a little bit more out into the middle. I've had a good walk round, probably walked round for 45 minutes. Couldn't see much at all. The other lad on the other side of the bank, he's seen some up his end, but I haven't seen them, so I'm not too sure they're over there. I fished there the other day for probably 6 hours, 7 hours. Didn't really see a lot of activity. However, down this end, sort of drawn attracted to this because the wind's coming into this peg, into this swim and this margin, and I've seen some bubbles coming up, and then almost like sheeting, as if like sort of tails up. So I think they're going to be grubbing round here. So I just flicked a couple of choddies out, RG baits, 711 on there, size 6, and we'll go from there. Well, I'll keep you updated anyway. I'll keep getting some bleeps on the right hand rod, which is the one that's up close to the snags. I haven't had much action from the left one, although it did bleep about 2 minutes ago, just before I press record. So I'm a bit catch 22 now. If I reel in, cast somewhere else, I might miss them because they actually might be there because I'm getting knocks. Or I could leave them here and they might have disappeared now. So the thing is, with the way that the light is, well, it's very overcast today, so with the ripples and stuff, I'm struggling to see anything, even with the polarised glasses on. What I like to do usually when it's like this is try and get up high, so maybe climb a tree or something, but to the left and right of me, the trees are inaccessible really, and they look old, so I don't really fancy climbing up there. But we'll keep going. I've just fired a couple more freebies over the top of each of the spots and put some down the margin on the left hand side, see if I can get any action, because I can actually see what's going on down here with the light. So I'm hoping if I can get something there, I'll maybe move the left hand rod into that margin. But again, I'm using the chod rig. It's a great rig and setup to walk around a lake with. If you see something, quickly get a bait on, fire it out. It doesn't matter what the lake bed is, the chod rig will always present. That's why I like using it. So just wanted to give you a quick look inside my Recon rucksack, which is what I use when I'm proper mobile. Obviously we've got the sawn off, the Black Ops scopes, 6 foot 3 pound with the LR 6000 reels on there, and they've got 15 pound Nash bullet mono on. And then over here we've obviously got the rucksack. Okay, so I've got my unhooking mat attached to that, so that just sits on the bottom of your back when you're carrying it. So a little look inside then, obviously bottle of water, you need the water when you're fishing. You've got the tray that comes with it, that obviously is magnetic, stick up there. Sun cream, that was from the other day, don't need it today. Hook doctor, glasses, PVA. I've got my tackle pouch there, I've done a review on that. If you haven't seen it, go to that video, that'll tell you exactly what's in there. Then I've got my rig safe down the side, and that's pretty much it. I've got a few packets of the Zig stuff from Nash. My alarms and stuff will go in here as well. Then obviously down the sides I've got my sprays for my hook baits, and then on the other side I've got the actual hook baits themselves. So yeah, it means that obviously when I come down to the lake I can quickly just grab that out and my bank sticks and alarms. I can zip this up and I can just stick the alarms in the rucksack itself and stand it up, and I'm fishing then, and I can reach my hook baits without having to move the rods. So that's a really good way of doing it. So yeah, I've got this is what I was talking about before. So if we look round here, So I've got one rod right in here, and then I've got another one just on the outside here. So the fish are somewhere tucked in behind all this lot, but you can't get to it. Yeah, that's where they are at the moment. So I'm hoping that we can actually get a fish to show you guys. But like I say, it's fishing really tough at the moment. So we're giving it the best possible chance. Probably going to be here for probably another hour or two, and then I'll have to get off. But I'm not going to move location here now. Quite happy where I am. I think if the fish are in this area, then I'm going to get a bite. I don't believe they're at the other end where the other chap is, and I don't believe they're at the far bank either. There's just too much going on the other side. I think it's going to spook them this way with the warm wind coming into this swim as well. So I think they are definitely here. So with a bit of luck, we'll have a fish. So I'm going to give you the number one most important tip in being able to capture and land more fish, and that is you have to find them. I've mentioned this in another one of my videos, one of the previous videos, but if you're fishing on a lake and you're not seeing any activity whatsoever, it's a good chance the fish aren't there, and if the fish aren't there, you're not going to catch them. As I mentioned before in that previous video, I've come down to, not this lake, but another lake, and I've come down. Obviously, I'm mega mobile, you know me, I'm not one for sitting in front of rods. But I've come down and I've literally walked around and I've done 8-10 laps. I just haven't found them. And then I've just gone home. If I can't find them, I can't see them, I can't actively see them, or where they're grubbing around or where they like to hang out, then what a bother. So I come back later on in the afternoon, did another 5 or 6 laps, found them grubbing in some snagged up area at the back of the lake, with sort of one swim to the left of it. So I've chucked a couple of choddies out and ended up having a fish. And I was there for the second time no more than, I don't know, probably an hour, and that includes the walking round. And the time that the rod was actually in the water, it was only 15 minutes, I'd say. So you need to find the fish. I could have gone the first time that went to the lake, did 8 or 10 laps, a couple of hours, not found them, and just thought, well, do you know what, I'll just stick the rods in. And then just fill it with bait and hope that the fish come to it. If it's a pressured lake, that isn't going to work. So yeah, 10 minutes in the right spot is better than 8 hours in the wrong spot. And that is my number one tip. If you take away anything from any of my videos, it's going to be that. And yeah, don't be afraid of moving as well. I'm about to move, I think. If these rods don't give me another few knocks, I'm either going to recast them, because I have seen a bit of action on this left side here, although there is some sheeting coming up over there as well. So they're definitely in this bay. It's just whether or not they're hungry enough. But I'll keep you updated. But yeah, take that tip everywhere. No matter what lake you're fishing on, even if it's a river, do lengths and lengths and lengths of the river. That is going to be your best possible chance of catching a fish. So yeah, that's my number one tip. I'll give you an update in an hour or so, see if we've caught anything. So I've still getting a few liners and bleeps and stuff. They're 100% this side of the lake. The chap over the other side hasn't had any bleeps that I can hear from here anyway, and I would if he did have something. He's literally just been sat down this whole time. I've been for a little walk round the other side. Have seen some fizzing, so it's positive, but I just think they're well within this bank. So where I am now, this swim, it sort of goes round to the right and then sort of comes into the bank again, so almost like a little pool there. It's quite deep as well, so I think they're held up in there. I'm just hoping that when they come out, the only way that they can come out of there into the main lake is going to be past my hook bait. So I'm hoping that happens soon. I'm a bit reluctant to move from here at the moment. there is nothing going on across the other bank. So I think this is probably the best chance for me at the moment. Oh, there's another little bleep again. So this is what I keep getting liners, and I don't know whether that's the fish coming out or not. But yeah, I'm definitely going to stay here, I think. It's been fishing really tough this week. Speaking to the bailiff 2 days ago, and he said there's been no fish out of here for best part of 2 weeks, nearly 3 weeks now. It's really weird, the weather at the moment. Some of the lakes are spawning, some aren't. But this is really difficult. There isn't many fish in here, but the ones that you do get, they're over £20, and they're really nice fish as well. So there's no monsters in here, but it is only a 5-minute walk from my house, so it's perfect with the scope stuff. I can just grab it and walk up. So we'll keep going. I have recast the left-hand rod just over where it was sheeting up a little bit, so left that out there, a few more freebies over the top. But we do keep getting liners, so that's positive. So we'll keep you updated if anything happens. Well, it's coming up to just over the 3-hour mark now. We're still getting knocks, but nothing's taking the bait at the moment, so I still think it's just a weird time at the moment for the fish. Like I say, it's been nearly 3 weeks now where nothing's come out, and every time I've come down here, I've seen anglers on the bank. So it's coming up now to, like I say, 3 hours or so. We'll have to start packing up soon and head back home, get some food. But I think we've given ourselves the best possible chance tonight, and this is the harsh reality of carp fishing. You will blank. You see all these YouTube anglers constantly posting, they're catching all the time, and it just doesn't happen. When you see these documentaries from these big companies and stuff, the amount of film that they cut out in order to give you the best possible experience when watching it is a lot, really. It's great watching because that's what you watch them for. You watch them to, see them catch carp, essentially, and see what they catch. But being honest, it isn't always like that. I probably blank every 2. So I'll probably catch 1 and then have a couple of blanks, a couple of blanking sessions, and then maybe catch another 1 or 2. So yeah, it's one of them. That is the reality of it. You aren't going to catch the lake when you come down. You're not going to be pulling fish out. You're not going to be rushing around. But the best thing you can do is just give yourself the best possible chance, and that is by using that tip that I showed you before. Which is just, you've got to be on them. You've got to find them, and even then, they still might not pick up your hook bait. But you know what? You're giving it the best chance. So yeah, we'll end the video there then. If you have liked this video and you want to see more of what I do when I'm angling and my kit and my tactics and rigs, then just drop a comment below and make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon as well, so you don't miss another video. And I'll see you in the next one.